when nothing else could help. Love lifted me.
Good morning, RCS. I hope you're having a good morning so far. I'm glad to see you here this morning for RCS You Matter Monday. I want to welcome you to our the week of March 28th session for RCS You Matter Monday, and I'm honored to be here with you today as we engage in a morning of renewal and mindfulness. You were just listening to one of my favorite songs growing up as a kid, Love Lifted Me. I hope you enjoyed that also as we were getting started this morning. So our purpose, as you all know, is just really to provide a weekly opportunity for RCS staff to connect through resilience building skills. Just for around 10 minutes each Monday morning. And so these sessions are recorded and available to you at any time during the week that you want to replay them, or if you want to access them at a different time. And I love this little clip art over here to my right where it says, take care of yourself so you have space to care for others. And so much of what we do in education is about taking care of others. So I'm so glad that you're here this morning, really being kind to yourself, right? And I just want to congratulate you on allowing yourself this time and giving your body a physiological break from the impact of internal and external stressors in your life. So of course, we know this may not remove stressors necessarily, right? But it does help us to teach our bodies, to give our bodies a break from the impact of stress. So I encourage you just to find a spot where there's minimal distractions. You can sit in a chair. If you happen to be driving or heading somewhere, just find a space that's comfortable for you wherever you may be. And you can close your eyes, you can rest gently, you can pick a gaze or somewhere in the room that helps you sort of concentrate on what we're talking about this morning. And research tells us that when we regularly practice mindfulness, that it can reduce stress, promote self-regulation, sustain attention, work in memory, and just promote overall well-being, right? And so that's what we're doing. So each of our RCS You Matters Mondays, we like to begin each session with a positive thought. And our positive thought for today is that life is a gift. And if this particular thought doesn't speak to you, you can find one in your memory or in your heart that does. And in this moment and throughout your day, I challenge you to speak this thought to yourself like you would a friend. And I think let's take this one a step further about life as a gift and just add to that thought, life is a gift and so am I, right? Each of you is a gift to all the individuals that you interact with in your family, in life in general, at work, just on a daily basis, even when we go to the grocery store, right? We can be a gift and touch others' lives, right? So before we get going into our thought and exploring this a little bit more and working on our mindfulness strategies, I just want you to take the time to close your eyes, right? Or you can keep a soft gaze and take a couple of deep cleansing breaths. Inhale slowly and exhale, and inhale and exhale. And repeat that positive thought. Life is a gift, and so am I. And inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And repeat that thought one last time. Life is a gift, and so am I. So I want to show you this quick video. It's actually from something else, but I love the content of the video that I wanted to share with you. Your birth was no mistake, right? You're not a mishap. Your life is no fluke of nature. You may have not been planned. Maybe you were, maybe you weren't, but God planned you, right? He was not surprised at all by your birth. In fact, he expected it. So I want you to watch this video and then we'll talk just a little bit more. So as we think about that positive thought that life is a gift, and so am I. You just watched that video and saw some really amazing facts, right? And you know, the Bible says that you know me in Psalm 139:15. It says, you know me inside and out. You know every bone in my body. You know exactly how I was made, bit by bit, how I was sculpted from nothing into something, right? So God was thinking of you even before he made the world. In fact, that's why he created it. God designed this planet's environment just so we could live in it. You know, we get a lot of negative information on a constant basis from the news. But if we are the focus of God's love and the most valuable of all his creation, then we are here for a purpose. And in James 1:18, it says, God decided to give us life through the word of truth, so we might be the most important of all things he made. So there's purpose there for you and in this life. So I want us to think also about this verse, right? And it says, therefore, I remind you to stir up the gift of God, which is in you. So if we are here for a purpose, right? And we are, and God knew we would be here, how often do we think about the beauty of in our lives, right? Do we recognize that we've been given a great gift by bestowing upon us life, right? Sometimes the circumstances of our lives don't allow us to see the beauty there is. And in our worst moments, sometimes some of us may wish we were never born. However, God has placed us on this earth for a reason, and we are entirely dependent upon him. We may not always enjoy our lives, but it is a gift nonetheless, a gift we should cherish. When we recognize our life as a gift, we are more willing to give it to others and see every moment of our lives as an opportunity to do good in the world. So I invite you this morning, as we think about that gift, to really participate in what I call a gratitude meditation, right? So as we transition into this activity today, just feel free to keep your eyes closed, keep your gaze stable or unfocused in front of you. Do what's most comfortable for you. Gratitude meditation can be used to promote positive mood, hope, and resilience. As we experience positive emotions, such as gratitude, loving and kindness, and compassion, our awareness broadens and our creativity and problem-solving capacities also bloom. And we become even more effective at what we choose to do. So I just ask for you to take a slow, deep breath, to bring yourself into the present moment and begin the process of feeling more peaceful and centered. Breathe in and expand your lungs, and breathe in and breathe out. Now just take a minute to mentally scan your body for any areas of tightness or tension or soreness, and breathe in and breathe out. And just let yourself be present in that moment. Now notice any worries or fear or anger or irritation, and just breathe into those emotions, noting them and allowing them to flow out as you breathe. Now, any thoughts of memories, plans, anything other than being here, try to suspend that thought and just be present in this moment and breathe in and breathe out. Now that our bodies and emotions and thoughts are a little clearer and a bit more spacious and open, we begin to focus on something that we can feel grateful for. Let's just start with the obvious. Since we're participating in this practice, we have gifts right in front of us. The gift of life itself, the most precious gift. Someone gave birth to us, someone fed us as an infant, someone taught us how to speak and understand. The gift of hearing, we can hear and learn, whether it's the song of the bird, the notes of a song that we love, or an orchestra, the sound of voices, or the sound of our own breath flowing in and flowing out. It could be the gift of a heartbeat, steady, regular, pumping fresh, life-giving blood to our body. Now let's focus on all the things we have today that make our lives easier and more comfortable than they were for some generations before us. For instance, we flip a switch and a light appears. We turn tap and clean drinkable water and it flows. We adjust a thermostat and the room grows warmer or cooler. We have a roof to keep us dry when it rains. We enter a vehicle, it takes us where we want to go. There are machines that store our food at just the right temperature. We have indoor plumbing, public libraries with lots of books, schools that we can teach our children to read and write. Now let's take a moment to reflect on all of the thousands of people who've worked hard, some without knowing us at all, to make our lives more pleasant. Some who plant or grow or harvest food, some who transport that food to the market, a team of people who make the roads and railways that make it easier to transport the food, another team of drivers who load and unload, someone who stocks our shelves, right? The postal service, someone who sorts mail, someone who gathers information and photos and news to get information to us, all those who play a sport or create art or music or entertain us or something to uplift us. And most of these are people we've never met or barely know. God designed this world for us to live in it. Now let's consider the people and pets we know who enrich our lives. Those who smile at us and cheer us on. Those family, friends, acquaintances, colleagues, and peers who worked so that we could live well. Those friends who support us when we need a shoulder or a hand. Now take a moment to reflect on your own reasons for feeling grateful in this moment. There's so much to feel grateful for in this moment right now. Gratitude fills our hearts and minds, uplifting our spirit. As we come to an end of this practice, you may notice the feeling of your body and breath in this place. Reflect on that positive thought that we started out with. Life is a gift, and so am I. And there's so much to be grateful for. Gently stretch your hands and arms and your feet and legs. If you choose to stand, just do so slowly and breathe in and breathe out as you stretch and reflect on that positive thought that life is a gift and so am I. And before we close out today, consider the fact that practicing gratefulness on a regular basis can bring peace and joy, even in difficult or stressful times. And we can do it at any time of the day and no matter where we are. The beautiful thing about gratitude is that we can draw on the strength of it whenever we wish. I just want to remind you also that all of these sessions are recorded on our behavioral health website on the RCS You Matters link off of that website. It's on the front of our district webpage for RCS. We also have more activities like the one I've just shared with you on our virtual reset room that you can share and use yourself or with others or with students. And I just want to thank you, and I encourage you to take any calmness that you found during this practice today as you move forward. I encourage you to take it with you the rest of the day. I encourage you to use these sessions anytime that you like. And I really pray that that you just know how much you're appreciated. So I'll leave you today with our blessing. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and give you peace. I hope you find these sessions and activities beneficial and leave each one with a sense of renewal and appreciation for the very difficult job you do each day. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day.